Welcome to the Intimate Marriage Podcast, where I teach educated, successful couples how to have incredible, passionate relationships so that you can stop compromising and start feeling fully alive in your relationship. I'm Alexandra Stockwell, aka the Intimacy Doctor. I'm a physician, a relationship and intimacy coach, and I'm an intimate marriage expert. My husband and I have been married for 27 years. We have 4 children and full professional lives, and we've created an amazing marriage. I've shown hundreds of couples how to do so as well. So if you want to deepen your understanding of your own relationship and learn to access new heights of emotional, sensual, and erotic intimacy, you're in the right place. I will show you how. Now, let's dive in. Are you confident? Do you feel good about your achievements? Do you feel clear who you are and what you have to offer as you walk into the OR, as you walk into the courtroom, as you meet with your clients, as you communicate with other board members? My guess is that the answer is yes. Maybe you have a little doubt sometimes, that's normal, but in general, you have gotten to where you are in your life as a result of having a belief in yourself, work ethic that gets you where you are, and you're confident. You have a certain internal power and the people around you perceive it. That's how you manage your team. That's how you manage your staff. That's how customers, clients, patients trust you. Now, I've coached hundreds of educated professional couples, and a lot of the time, they both want more from their relationship. They both want more from themselves, for themselves, and one another, and they are thrilled to be able to learn how to create that, how to go from where they are, feeling kind of stuck, feeling like they're in a plateau, wanting to reignite the spark, enliven things. They both really want that. That's one amazing scenario. And if that's you, I applaud you. And any place where you feel like you're in a plateau, I absolutely can help you, whether you just continue listening to the podcast or my book, Uncompromising Intimacy, my signature online independent study program, The Aligned and Hot Marriage, or with concierge level private relationship and intimacy coaching. You can use any level of what I have available in order to take your next steps in enlivening your relationship. This episode really is my gift to the person who feels like you want more from your relationship and your partner's okay with how things are. You want more closeness. You want more fire in the bedroom. You want more connection. You want more certainty about who you are in one another's lives. You want more sense of collaboration and co-creating. And your partner just kind of isn't available. They either verbally shut it down or they functionally shut it down through how they behave. Now, when this happens, there is this dysfunctional cycle that takes place because, let me be really clear again, I'm talking to you as the person who professionally you're admired by your colleagues, clients, customers, and patients, your managers. Like from the outside, it looks like you are a highly functional, confident person. And you may even seem that way some amount of the time at home. Like maybe you feel super confident when it comes to moving around the kitchen or designing the right extracurricular routines for the children or planning vacations, whatever it is. But when it comes to intimacy, more closeness, connection, affection, feeling respected, feeling cherished, that is a place where many people feel uncertain, insecure, and less confident than they feel in the other areas of your magnificent life. Now, the thing is that if what you want is more energy, more attention, more validation, more affirmation from your partner, and you have a kind of emptiness that you want them to fill, and you're clingy, whatever it is. So you keep asking for it, and you're kind of feeling desperate inside and a little hopeless even. And then they reject you, and it just makes it worse. And so then maybe you shut down and you're just waiting for them to change. Or you try again, but it doesn't go any better. The thing that I want you to hear is that far and away, the most attractive quality in partner is confidence. If you are really beautiful or handsome, that's awesome, but that's not enough. If you are super smart, that's also really awesome and not enough. If you are an incredible provider and you work hard and bring in a lot of money, that's also not enough. If you're not confident, you're not going to be attractive to a self-respecting, ambitious, professional spouse. It's actually a turnoff. And I want to explain how it's a turnoff, because if you are not confident, if you're insecure, uncertain, hesitant, a little ambivalent in a way that's out of character for you in other areas of your life, then if your partner responds to you as you're showing up, you're basically requesting your partner to parent, to give you the kind of affirmation and validation that is going to make you feel better, creates a kind of parent-child dynamic, typically totally unconsciously. And that's not going to be sexy. That's not going to inspire the erotic spark to ignite. That's just going to be your spouse comforting. But the fact is that if your spouse is also a high performer, an educated professional, he or she is really not going to want to do that. Like, that's not how they get where they got in life. That's not what they signed up for as a kind of simple nurturing. No, when you have a motivated, driven, ambitious partner, they want to feel your confidence, your ambition and drive professionally and also personally. And it's less actually about ambition and drive personally and more about intrinsic conviction, a rightness with who you are, a sense of your own worthiness. Your partner does not want to provide that for you. So if you make it mean that you're not worthy if your partner is not affectionate, or you make it mean that if your partner doesn't give you some amount of attention in terms of the quality or the quantity or whatever it is, and you let that mean that you're kind of pathetic, not in your life in general, just in your relationship, that just gives off the vibes of feeling pathetic, which is not a turn on, it is a turn off. So, this is a complicated topic, but here's the thing. I have coached so many couples where one person has a magnificent alphabet soup after their name with all of the degrees and credentials, a paragraph-long email signature, director, head of whatever institution you're a part of, a member of national committees, a greatly respected leader, a friend that many really admire and turn to. You are an excellent provider and earner. And yet there's some kind of an emptiness inside, a lack of fulfillment, and you want your partner to fulfill the emptiness, to desire you, to touch you, to listen when you speak, whatever it is. You're yearning for something from your partner, and in a way, inside the marriage, you feel a little unsteady unless your partner gives that to you. I'm not talking about the general public, but among educated, ambitious professionals, that will be a kind of silent rot, a kind of low-level carbon monoxide influence. And I'm saying that because carbon monoxide is invisible. You don't know it's there as it infiltrates and impacts things negatively. So if you're in a marriage where you want more from your spouse, and you're not getting it, and it is eroding your sense of yourself, your confidence, you feel rejected, you feel a little desperate, even if you don't use that word. I am telling you that the very best thing you can do for your marriage and for yourself is to turn your attention away from what you are yearning for from your spouse and put your attention on yourself and grow your sense of your own value. Be the kind of partner that you would want to be with. Grow your confidence. Establish for yourself your intrinsic value so that you bring your confident self, which, by the way, is attractive, magnetic. Confidence is the best aphrodisiac, but you bring your confident self into the relationship. You're going to get a response that is so different than the one you've been getting if you're tentative, hopeful, but disappointed, all the way to walking on eggshell. So whether it's as extreme as feeling like you're walking on eggshells, which is, of course, an impossibility without cracking them, or you're just like not sure what's going to happen because your partner is the one who determines how you feel inside, that is a recipe for not feeling good and just having more and more disconnection. But the way to change it is not to manipulate your partner, not to try to trick them, not to just wait for the treats, but to work on yourself, grow your sense of your own value, your meaning, fall in love with yourself. Now, in every episode, whenever I'm describing any kind of dilemma, I'm really glad to give the solution, give you action items to take in order to uplift your circumstances, your relational circumstances. Well, in this case, becoming more confident is a very easy thing to say, it's a simple thing to say, and a very complex, meaningful, wonderful internal hero's adventure. However, the action item in today's episode is to notice when you're being clingy, when you're looking for something from your spouse to give you a sense of worth, to fill that emptiness, to affirm you, to validate the relationship is going well, whatever it is. Whenever you notice yourself with those kinds of internal orientations, shift your attention back to yourself. How can you feel strong in this moment? How can you feel worthy? How can you feel like you have something to offer, that you don't need pity or motherly nurturing or fatherly affirmation, that you contribute something superb and you know that. You feel good about who you are, and your partner's going to start feeling a lot better about who you are too. So how do you make that pivot? Well, I'm really happy to help you. If you are somebody who knows how to make things happen in the rest of your life, you identify problems, you fix them, you set goals, and you move towards them, you know how to take action, and you're used to moving through your life feeling respected and successful, and you're yearning to feel that way in your marriage, well, I can absolutely show you how to bring those skills and use them in your relationship so that you feel really good about who you are in your relationship as well. If you're somebody who has not particularly moved through life making things happen for yourself, setting goals and achieving them, working and creating the life that you want, if that's not a skill set you have in other areas, then I'm not the coach for you to show you how to do that in your relationship. That is a much more challenging process. But if you know how to make things happen in other areas of your life, you will be astonished at how quickly you can feel intrinsically valuable in your relationship, worthy of love, attention, feel confident, and have the experiences with your spouse that are just affirmations of what you already know and feel and bring to the relationship in your way of being. That from your professional life, your family life, into your marriage, that's a very gratifying pivot to make, and I am happy to facilitate it. So if this is talking to you and you don't want to feel rejected, uncertain about the status of your relationship, or to try to figure out how to have your partner be more responsive, then reach out. You can go to my website, alexandrastockwell.com, and fill out the questionnaire, and I will give you concierge level customized guidance that feels good, that allows you to bring your prowess and your smarts into this arena where you haven't been feeling quite as smart. And if that's not your situation, I still invite you anytime you're feeling frustrated in your relationship to consider how you can be your own best resource and bring your caring and your confidence into the dynamic between you, because that is the magic. And just wanting and waiting and needing your partner to change, that is not a recipe for success. Not at all. So for those of you who feel confident in your relationship, wonderful. You can appreciate that that's the case. And for those of you who don't at this time, I assure you, I can help you change that. So long as you meet the criteria I've already stated, which is that you know how to make things happen, how to be successful in other areas of your life, then it's a fun pivot to be able to embody those same qualities in your relationship. And once you learn how, you'll be set.